Another day, another U-turn. Before the general election last year, Keir Starmer said that the Wethersfield RAF base that was housing migrants needed to close. The Labour Party made it sound as though the Tories were evil, inhumane people for even considering housing migrants here. But just after, only a few days ago, Donald Trump and Keir Starmer met, and Keir Starmer tried to gaslight Trump into thinking that Keir Starmer has a control over migration and that he's making huge progress on stopping the boats. We find out that actually they are having to expand the Wethersfield migrant site and house even more of them there because they simply can't cope with the numbers coming across the channel. They need to, at least temporarily, expand the size of the site to cope with the surge in arrivals we are seeing. And this is, of course, just after we found out that 900 migrants crossed the channel yesterday. And this is Mark White from GB News tweeting here with some footage yesterday saying Border Force was completely overwhelmed and had to call in 5 lifeboats to help. It comes just 2 days after the Prime Minister told Donald Trump he was making progress on illegal crossings. I mean, you can't make it up, guys, can you? Let's take a look at the details. And before we go into the details, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. So a migrant camp which Labour promised to close last year is to be expanded due to a summer surge in channel crossings, GB News is reporting here. The camp at the disused RAF Wethersfield base will have its limit increased by more than 50%. The Home Office has confirmed the numbers, and we know that the number is going to go up from 800 migrants to 1,225. And you might think that doesn't sound like a lot of people, but then when you find out that the population of the village of Wethersfield is actually only around 1,000 people, and that they're probably going to be outnumbered by migrants in their own village, then you can kind of see why this is an issue for locals there who have been protesting the opening of this site like crazy. They are not happy. I mean, the infrastructure there just simply cannot cope with the population just being doubled almost overnight. And as I said, before the general election, Keir Starmer said that he was going to close this place down. They also told us that they were going to close the hotels down. One individual in the Labour Party even claimed that they were going to close the hotels in only 12 months, and then that soon became by the end of Parliament. They're still claiming they're going to do that, but I mean, it doesn't look like they're making any progress, does it? Because the numbers coming across just keep growing and growing and growing. And I'm going to show you after this Wethersfield story a very interesting story about Keir Starmer's attempt to move people into flats, or the Home Office's attempt rather to move people into flats, you know, in order to try and meet their pledge of moving people out of hotels. It has not gone down well with the locals in the place I'm going to show you, so stay tuned for that. But let's just look at a couple more details on this Wethersfield RAF base. And you know, there we go. The reason why the Home Office is doing this is because of a surge in the number of migrants arriving. Okay, they need extra beds that to help manage, quote, short-term pressures. Short-term pressures. They're like, oh, don't worry, the numbers, they're just going up temporarily because we've had a bit of hot weather. They'll all come down soon, don't worry. This Home Office and this government has got the small boats crisis under control. Absolute rubbish. I mean, we know the number of migrants staying is just going to go up and up and up. And we've had a 45% increase on last year with the number of boat crossings. 24,000 this year is the number there, but I believe we've actually just hit 25,000 this year, which is crazy. We might be hitting a new record this year. Now, I told you I had another story to show you, and let's take a look at that right now. Migrant fury, this is in the Sun. Fresh migrant hotel protest erupts after secret plot to move asylum seekers into 250k flats in UK towns. So this is Waterlooville. Suella Braverman is the MP for this area. The Labour Party, they said we're going to get migrants out of hotels, and the public thought, great, you're going to stop letting the boats in. That's how you're going to reduce the numbers. Oh, no. The Labour Party are just deciding that they're going to either evict people from their homes, people who desperately need their homes. Keir Starmer thinks we've got loads of social housing. You'll remember that clip I showed you guys. If you didn't see it from me, you probably saw it elsewhere the other week, where he said that the local authorities have plenty of housing to go round. But the other thing that they are doing, which is crazy, is you've got flashy new brand new flats being built and the Home Office are agreeing to rent out those flats, giving them a load of money before the flats are even built. I mean, if you're a developer, you can understand why you take the money, right? You've got before your flats are even built, the Home Office are coming in, or people like Serco who have been contracted by the Home Office and saying, "Here, we'll take a load of money, we'll pay it, we'll pay all up front, and can you house our migrants here?" And so migrants are getting these brand new, newly built, newly refurbished flats. So that's at least what they are planning to do. And you can understand that, people who live there, who are maybe living somewhere that's falling apart and they can't afford to get the hole in the roof fixed or something, are probably furious seeing that someone's getting a brand new place and they don't even have to work for it. They just have to turn up illegally on a boat. Let's take a look at some of the footage from this protest that has been going on the Sun website here. Let's take a look. They've been singing Sweet Caroline at the protest. To be honest, it looks like they have quite a fun time. Great song that. But anyway, there's a little bit of footage. Let's take a look at a few of the details from this story. So let's take a look. So we've had another migrant hotel protest. I don't know why they're saying migrant hotel protest when this is about flats, but you get the point. After the Home Office have decided to try and put migrants in 250k flats. Lucky for some, isn't it? Disgruntled locals took to the streets after the Home Office planned to relocate 35 asylum seekers to a brand new apartment development in Waterlooville. And Suella Braverman is not happy. As I said, she is the MP for this area. She's not just the ex Home Secretary, but she was the MP for the area. And she says it's utterly inappropriate, and she set up a petition that attracted more than 9,000 signatures. One protester told the Mail that enough was enough, as he referenced the dying high street, long housing wait lists, homelessness and unemployment in the area, noting the insult it was to see a flat. I mean, that just sums it all up, doesn't it? Just absolutely sums it all up. You've got people who are homeless, you've got people on huge long housing wait lists, 1.3 million on the social housing list, you've got a dying high street falling apart, you've got people's own homes, as I say, falling apart and they can't afford to get them fixed, and then you give a migrant a brand new flashy apartment and you think that's not going to piss people off? I mean, the Home Office, I don't know if they're aware of how much they're pissing people off, or if they're just idiots and think that this wouldn't annoy people. It's crazy to me. Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit subscribe down below and that notification bell so you don't miss out when we post new videos.